If you're an athlete, you know the greatest motivator of all is the fear of letting your teammates down. After all, a team is only as good as its weakest link. So you owe it to those wearing the same jersey as you to be your best every time you step on the field. That's why there's no vape in team. When you vape, you can expose your lungs to toxic chemicals that can damage your lungs. If you're a step behind, the team's a step behind. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Welcome to the first episode of 2024, bro. Oh my god, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think like 2023 ended at some point, and I'm like, I felt like I hadn't really got a chance. I felt like, bro, we only celebrated half of, not even celebrate, but like only went through half of 2023. Nah, man, we need a do-over. We need like, no, this needs to be like a half year or something where it's like we first half. Well, then no. All right, no, okay, you know what? I got it. First half. All right, first 6 months, we celebrate. We're like still just, we just put like a 2023 slash 2024, and then for the remainder of the year, then we just put 2024. Cause nah, man, 2023, it wasn't enough of it. All right, so, but anyways, no, what I actually wanted to talk on is that we need more single player games, or at least single player options in video games, because no, that's one thing that I've paid attention to is that there's way too many multiplayer games that's out. Now, I get that you want, like, if you're the game developer and you want your audience to be more connected with one another, yeah, that's cool. It's just that, and it's funny because there's games out there that are single player and I wish they had a multiplayer option. And then there's multiplayer games where it's like, okay, that's just too much multiplayer. I need to just play this game by myself. Games where I had to say like that's like that is some co-op games. 2 co-op games I had to say I played where I'm like, if it had an offline mode, I would have said nothing about them games. But Destiny and The Division, those are 2 games where I'm like, I will play that whole game by myself in an offline server if I could. But no, it's like the thing is when I play those games, right? And then it's just always, it's either I'm dealing with somebody or the servers don't, like, no, one game that I will say where it needed an offline mode, and I think that game would have still been a game today, is The Day Before. That's a game where I'm like, the developers, them are just people that just refuse to listen to others, but yet you want people to continue funding your video game. I don't know how that's gonna work, but yeah, no, we need more single player options in some games. If not that, we just need flat out single player games, all right? Because the one game that I've had to say that I played that was single player only, and I had to say it was probably the best game that I played in a long time, is Spider-Man 2. That is, with that whole series, that trilogy, the first Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2, that is without doubt the best trilogy since the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, 3 Vice Cities and San Andreas. There is no, and there probably is some other trilogies out there where it tops out Grand Theft Auto, or not Grand Theft Auto, but the Spider-Man series and stuff. But nah, man, like I had to say that's probably the best trilogy that I've seen in years, bro. And it's funny because that's a game where I would love to see how it will work out in a multiplayer fashion and stuff, because I just know that the developers, they're not the type of devs where it's like, oh, we're just only gonna put half of the work into a full game. You can't do that. You can't put, because that's why when you see a lot of single player games today, when you see like when they very first, like Elden Ring for an example, that's a single, I think that game is single player. I think it is. I don't know. But anyways, regardless, that's a game where it's like, yeah, they focus more on single player at least versus like other games where it's like, I feel that if that game would have been made by developers where they wanted a multiplayer option too, that game would have been extremely buggy. And that's the thing where it's like, we need to eliminate that in the year 2024. We don't need no more buggy games, because I'm telling you, bruh, if I gotta play another buggy game, that's why I'm going back and I'm playing old games. I've been playing that. I've been playing Halo Reach, and I've just been playing it offline. I've been playing the campaign mode because I'm like, I playing it online. I mean, yeah, the game is old, so it probably ain't gonna have too many issues and things. But at the same time, I'm like, the reason why I have to say I really don't like online games too much is because people don't know how to play. Like, if you're playing a team-based game, you got teammates where there's a lack of communication. And then with like co-op stuff, yeah, it's like same thing, lack of communication, but it's also a person that just wants to go out and do their own thing. That's why I've always had talked on my frustration with Destiny, where people, it's like you'll be doing a strike mission on there, right? A strike mission is a mission that requires multiple people. Now, I can play some of the strike missions by myself. I should overall challenge myself on doing that because I do have the first Destiny, but no, it's like I just remember back when that game originally, it's crazy to think that game came out like now will be the 10th year like since that game's like release date and things. That's insane, bruh. Like, that's just really crazy. But anyways, no, I remember playing that game with the strike, doing the strike missions with other people, and you got people, this is what they would do, and I'm like, why even buy the game? Why even play it? Like, that don't even make no sense. Either play the game or don't. People would seriously run into a corner, have you do all the work just so they can gather up the XP afterwards. Nah, bruh. It's like, and that's one game where I had to say I did like, how they had their, whole thing set up. Although that there will be at times where people would just randomly kick you out on some dumb stuff. But, Payday 2, they had that option where you could, kick out, players if they wasn't playing right. And you best believe if that option was a thing in the first Destiny, or even in just Destiny 1 and 2, because they didn't even introduce it in Destiny 2. But if it was an option, you best believe some people would be getting kicked out. And I'm like, you either play the game or get kicked. What you trying to do? Or me and the other person is going to leave. But I'm like, that don't make no sense. Where it's like, you go buy a console, okay? You buy a TV monitor of some sorts. You buy the video game. That's going to put the console. Okay, so like, let's say you go out and you buy an Xbox One. All right, so yeah, let's see how much Xbox Ones cost when they very first came out. Xbox One price. When it first came out. Xbox One hit stores in 2013, directly competing with the PS4. It brings its own Xbox to, I ain't looking for all that. The console costs which is equivalent to 600. You mean to tell me if the Xbox One would have came out today? So, dang, we're really getting a deal and sell on the PlayStation 5s and the Xbox Series X, because they said that the Xbox One it was, at launch they cost $499, and then which is equivalent to $634 in 2022. That is crazy. That is some crazy stuff, man. And then it's like, it's crazy. You look online, and then it's like you could go and get you an Xbox for like actually half the price of $499 and stuff. So, but no, okay. So you go out, you pay $500 on the Xbox One. You pay, let's say, all right, you pay $60 because you get, like, let's say you get Destiny Legacy Collection, right? So you get the whole game. You get the DLCs. You get all that stuff. You get that. You get a monitor. Let's just see how much like a monitor or TV. It's already like $300. So you got $870. All right. And then and then after that, that's like the before tax price. So you put all this money into a game to just not play it. That don't make no sense to me. And then it's like, if it's a situation where it's like you're living out on your own, so on top of that, you're having to pay for the electricity, you're having to pay for the place that you're staying at, so that's just more money. You go through all that stuff just to not play the game. I'm sorry, but my thing is when I very first had played Destiny, it was right after I graduated from high school. So I was like, I had to use the money that I can scrounge up, all right, and the Xbox 360 that I got years before for Christmas because of my parents. And then what else? Oh, then the TV. You best believe, even with me not even putting my own money, for Destiny I did, but everything else, that was like, that was because of the parents and stuff. Shout out my parents. But anyways, I barely even put any money into that game, but I still played it because it makes no sense to turn a game on and not play it. So that's why I'm like, Destiny, if they were to just come out with a single player version of Destiny, I would 100% play that game. I actually think that would be a lot better versus, having to sit down and wait. Like, they should have it where, bro, that would actually be kind of dope, where it's like, it's not as hard, but it still has its like challenging moments. And I'm saying, like, they should definitely do that, like a more single player Destiny, where it's like, of course you just got the normal regular missions. Honestly, that would be my dream Destiny game. A game that just, it's the price of like a brand new video game, so like $60-$70 but no, it's you play the whole game by yourself. You could do strikes, nightfalls, raids, the regular missions, all that stuff. Play the whole game by itself and things. And then if you want to play like online, then yeah, download Destiny 2. But they should just call that like Destiny Online. And then they should have that option where it's like a single player Destiny game. Because I'm saying, this day and age, you got games like Elden Ring. What are some other like them like Dark Soul like type games and stuff. So no, I think Destiny. I think if Bungie actually sat down and took the time to make the franchise better than what it is right now, yeah, I think Destiny, I think it could be in a good state. But that's if it's single player. If they go and try to focus in on that multiplayer stuff, yeah, you got people where it's like they just don't be playing the game right. And then you got other games like Call of Duty, for an example, where it's like they put too much. I can't even say they put too much into the game. I think that they expect too much from the game, and they think that it can run millions of people playing it across the world. And that's at one point in time, I think it was achievable. But in this day and age, I'm like, nah, Call of Duty, it's not achievable. And I'm like, if they just came out with a single player, or even if they just did like some like not practice, but yeah, if they just like Warzone offline, and then it's all like, oh, challenge yourself. Because no, Battlefield 2042, they did that. They came out where it's you can play the multiplayer modes by itself. And bruh, I'm telling you, I would 100% play Warzone by myself. And I know a lot of people gonna probably be like, oh, that's very antisocial. Just get people that you can play with, get friends. The thing is this. I got some friends, I had to say probably in my friend group, I'm the only one that's really sitting down playing Call of Duty that doesn't really have a whole lot of responsibilities and things. There's the one friend group that I used to play Call of Duty with. They all married, got kids and all that stuff. Me, the only odd one out. And then the other side, like friends I made through content creating, they don't be playing Call of Duty like that. And they're smarter than me because they're not going to waste their money on no game like Call of Duty and stuff. So that's why I'm in a situation where I just, I'd rather play the game by myself, not worry about nobody. Because when I did play Battlefield 2042, I didn't have to worry about especially the solo mode. I didn't have to worry about no lag. I didn't have to worry about no issues. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I played that game and had fun with it, and I'm actually thinking about going back and downloading that game just so I can play the solo mode and stuff, and just level up the because that's what I mainly doing, is just leveling up and getting achievements. That's all that I really care about and stuff. But yeah, other than that, I'm like, bro, it's just playing games online. It just doesn't hit like how it used to. I feel like there's just too much of a requirement to play games online. To play games online. And I'm like, it's not fun compared to like 10 years ago and things. You play a game online and you actually have fun with it. Nowadays, it's like, bro, you gotta make sure you have good internet. You gotta make sure, I remember back then, it's like you could play Call of Duty with some crappy internet and still get you some good games and stuff. Nowadays, it's like you gotta have the best of the best internet. You gotta have a next gen console, because for some reason they poured over the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 version of Call of Duty onto PC. And I'm like, but you guys developed the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 version on PC, so why not just port that over? That just don't make no sense, where you're porting over, you're developing the game on a computer, of course, but then you port over a version that's not as good as the next gen console. And I'm like, that's something that I'm like, no, you guys need to change that this year with 2024 and stuff, because I don't get that. That don't make no sense to me. And you would think it would be the other way around, where it's like, okay, you're gonna get the best of the best version on PC because it's much more easier to transfer that stuff over and stuff versus with like Xbox and PlayStation. You know, you gotta, you're gonna get the last gen version, but it's just, man, it's crazy. But and that's the thing. That's the reason why I like playing like shooter games, definitely on PC, because it's easier to play with a mouse and keyboard. Like I was just playing Halo Reach on my PC, and it plays so much easier than using a controller. And the crazy thing is like I grew up using a controller, but I find shooting games so easy when it comes to a mouse and keyboard. Yeah, like driving games, like racing games and all that, I got either I'll use a normal controller or my steering wheel controller. But other than that, I'm like, bruh, mouse and keyboard all the way when it comes to shooting games. And then, you know, it's just, there's just a lot that really needs to change with gaming this year. And I hope those changes come, because if not, bro, I'm telling you, gaming, it's just, you know what? I think the main thing is like, we're all just sitting down patiently waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6. And I'm like, because I think that's going to probably be the best single player game that we're going to get in a long time and stuff. So, because, they going to do something with their stories. They going to do it right. So that's why I'm like, 2025 next year, bro, I'm telling you, if nobody hasn't done nothing from this whole year and next year, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, you might as well just put your games on hold, because I guarantee and I promise you I do not believe that there's going to be any game that's going to top Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm sorry, but it's not going to be possible, all right? So anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube, and peace.